Greetings and welcome to the podcast. I'm here with Brad and Colin for Video Game Book Club. The rules are simple. One person picks a game and you got to beat it that month. And then you get to pick the next game for everyone to play once your month comes around. This month it was my month. I played Katamari Damacy
Reroll.
REROLL, not the original version, the new one on Game Pass, and it was
Remaster
remake. It was a lot of the same.
I'm gonna number one thing, trash port. There's
Really?
Yeah,
You had problems?
a million.
I did not.
When you first boot the game up for the first time, there's no settings.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
You gotta complete the first level and then go to your home planet, and then you can access everything.
Dude, you know how small the fucking thing? It's like 720p on my big ass ultra wide monitor. I'm squinting to see everything, dude. It's ridiculous. Other thing, dude, if my controller unplugged while playing, had to close the whole game.
Oh no.
There was no reconnecting. Dude, it unplugged mid-level once, and I just had to sit there and do nothing because I couldn't figure out the keyboard controls.
Yeah, that's 1 point off right off the bat. There's no like discernible way to get out of a level before the timer runs down. Like, I just ran it every time. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, you could probably see it on screen. You just roll a ball around and collect shit. The fact this was on a GameCube is astounding to me. Because
PS2.
it was on PS2.
Yeah.
Okay, so like after playing Blue Dragon on the 360 and knowing how much of a piece of shit that fucking console is, dude, like the PS2 able to handle all of these like completely like collision based things, and like they cheat a little bit by like disappearing stuff and reappearing it as you get bigger, but lots of clever shit in the making.
The port kind of ran like shit for me. You could see frame drops.
There was some frame drops.
Felt like it was 30 FPS. I didn't check, but it felt like
it was probably that.
Oh yeah. During when you finish, you complete a star.
Yeah.
It shows the side story thing with
the little cutscene.
The Japanese family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During those cutscenes, there's a bit going from bottom diagonal to top diagonal across my screen, just like a brown crease. It tripped me the hell out.
I didn't have that.
And I'm like, did my monitor get cross-slashed by my cat or something?
Dude. No, yeah. Okay, so the port is ass, dude. Because we all had different issues.
Ooh, one thing
my
before I
issue
forget.
was like sound, because like I mean, first of all, the soundtrack is the most hit and miss soundtrack I've ever heard in my life, dude. Because half of the tracks are sick, and then some of them are just unbearable. Like there's like fucking beeping noises and like above the neck high pitched sounds, and it's like, what can I just not listen to this?
What were you gonna say, Brad?
Oh, no autosave. You have to go choose the menu, or if you exit it out, all that progress gone.
So that was dumb. Music,
Especially
I liked the
level
music
based
though.
game.
The music was sick. Not the sound effects. Sound effects were fucking garbage.
Yeah, the game incentivizes you to kill cops because they'll literally just keep
dude.
shooting you over and over. They never reload, just pew 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 pew.
Yeah, a lot of the like 90% of the game is just like weird, obscure, like Japanese shit that you would not understand unless you're a fucking otaku. There's like so many like jokes, and it's ridiculous.
I did like the side story with the Japanese family.
Didn't give a single fuck about them.
Like they just disappear off screen, running away or leaving the rocket launch, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's no closure.
There's some closure, yeah. They all get sucked up by the Katamari.
So you're the villain, right?
Yeah. No, well, at the end credits, you're sucking up the whole Earth. You know, you get all the countries. You like destroy Earth. Like it's fucked.
Oh, that's what happens. I didn't finish. For once, I didn't finish the credits of the game.
He just I mean, it really doesn't matter. You literally just fucking roll the ball over the continents of Earth. They're not,
Yeah.
or like all the countries.
Yeah. And like, I thought you were trying to like rebuild the whole cosmos. No, you just rebuild the fucking moon. You know? I thought it was like, okay, now you go, you're done with Earth, you go to this one. But no, it was just Earth. Really short game.
How'd you feel about the controls? I fucking hated them.
I hated them, and then I got used to them, so I hated them less. And I tried the easy controls, and the easy controls were 100 times worse, so I promptly switched back to regular controls. They make sense. They're just not like...
It was like exhausting to play with them. You get stuck in weird shit. It was it just didn't feel great. The camera's ass.
Yeah.
I didn't mind them so much just due to the fact, like, you roll a ball around. If there's not some sort of uniqueness to the controls, like using track or track movement or like bulldozer movement, whatever, then
it's like
there's
driving
not much
a
of the
forklift,
gameplay.
It should be a sick trackball game.
Well, yeah, because there is no threat in the game other than the timer, which is a joke. Because you literally finish the level with like 5 extra minutes every time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, another -1. Can't alt tab without the game stopping itself. You gotta stay clicked in.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that. I just played the game. My controller didn't disconnect. There was no lines. I didn't alt tab.
The story makes no sense. You know what? I did like how every time you start a level, the king greets you with a different language, and one of those languages was Esperanto, and that's sick.
The king's sick, and I did fail one level. I had to collect chicken eggs or some shit, right? And I got like almost enough chicken eggs, but then I fell into there's like a little putt-putt course, and I fell into the hole of the putt-putt course, and it popped all of my eggs out with like 2 minutes left. And then like the eggs were in spots, I couldn't get them. It was a mess.
So you had to redo the level?
No, it was one of those side levels.
Oh, so you didn't fail.
You build the stars.
Yeah, because they're granted to you automatically, no matter how shit of a score you attain. Like.
Yeah, but you got to get a certain amount of like the product that you get.
No, you don't though. Like you can progress through the game even if you get nothing with those levels.
Like
maybe that one was fine.
You know where you choose the one where you choose the cow, Taurus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the left immediately, and there's milk cartons, and that counted as completing the level. And that's probably the smallest thing you could get, and they still sent up.
Same with the bear one. You literally just go forward and get a bear.
Yeah, I fucked up with the bear. I really wanted to get a big bear, but I thought like it was accumulate the biggest bear, and I just got a little tiny bear cub.
Those levels suck. I mean, it's cool that they mix up the gameplay like that, where it's like the objective's slightly different, but it's the same shit.
Yeah. I wanted a lot more out of it.
The level diversity too is so it's like you're playing the same level over and over again.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, you ever been to the Philippines?" And then it's like it's the
same. Here's the town. You ever been to Spain?
The lady on the table.
Here's the town to the left, dude. It's like, oh, sick.
The sense of progression felt good. Like when I pulled my first person, dude, and they were all wiggling in the ball. That was cool. You'd see shit and be like, oh, I could pick that up later, and then you do, and that feels good. When you beat a level, the game strokes you off so hard, but if you lose a level, it makes you feel like shit. So that was fun.
King of the Cosmos is a dick.
No, he's sick, dude. He's got a big bulge.
Oh no, I think he's fucking hilarious. I'm just saying he's a dick to his son.
Look at that little ball, little tiny ball.
There's like a couple sizes where it just sucks.
It's
like sometimes you're a certain size and there's just like nothing to pick up, and it's like unfun.
Ooh, in between, it's the map where you can pick up the sailboats and whatnot. The last one that you play on.
Oh yeah.
In between, like between the school, the city, and the where the totem pole is, a little circular area.
Yeah.
That can suck because you don't get large enough to pick up buildings at that point. You have
Yeah.
to. It was awkward because then you're like slightly too big to go to maneuver around the hazards. Like some of the cars are still too large for you, and you just get
Yeah,
destroyed.
there's
and
a
lose
couple
so many.
spots where it's just like you're this certain size, and you've already picked up all the small shit, and it's just so annoying.
Yeah, because like when you're at particular sizes, like when things look like you can pick them up and then they like shake, so it's like, oh well, I guess I can't pick it up, so I gotta come back. But by the time you do get to the size, you're halfway across the map.
Yep. Picking up buildings is sick though.
Yeah.
That's like as soon as you get that size, I'm like, all right, this is sick.
And then towards the end, I got to the point where I was like picking up the land that the building was on.
Oh yeah, on the last level where you just get
Yeah.
fucking gigantic. I literally picked up, I think everything, because I think once you get to like a max size on those levels, you get like the angels hovering around you. I don't know if you've ever gotten that big.
Yeah.
I've seen that once, the last level.
Yeah, I've gotten that. I got it on an early level too. But yeah, on the last level, you have so much time that it's like, I don't even know how you could fail.
And then like the clouds were there like the whole time, right? I didn't know that the clouds were like a thing that you can pick up. So like I was just not big enough to pick up a cloud, and it fucked me. Like I'm like, why is this cloud? Why is this bitch ass cloud hitting me? You know?
Yeah, some stuff I'd run into, I'm like, really? Like a rainbow? It's like, how am I getting body blocked by a rainbow?
Yeah.
This isn't a physical thing. Same with
Yeah,
the cloud.
Yeah, sometimes your Katamari is larger than whatever you're trying to pick up, like one of the like a car, the monster truck, that one drill thing.
Did you ever get like stuck?
Yeah, in a fucking
I've-
hole.
I've got warped out once.
Oh, you get warped? I didn't know you get warped out.
Yeah, the King of Cosmos like warp. That was actually a cool little.
Yeah, I remember because I played, what was it, Touch My Katamari on the fucking Vita. Honestly, same fucking game, basically. I think you can jump in that game, though, with the ball.
I would have loved to
Oh,
jump.
instead of the pointless jump that you
Yeah,
get just
that
to
does
scan the
nothing.
map.
Honestly, it's very similar game. But I think it's better on handheld. I don't know, something about just like sitting down on my fucking $1 trillion computer and playing this. I was like, this is just not it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I love indie games, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird, especially because like I hate that when games are frame locked because they're from a different time, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we got to lock the frames to make sure that like everything can handle it. Like don't frame lock me ever under any circumstance.
Did you notice those karate guys that like spin?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they were fucking uncapped frame rate. Because they were like
The,
absurdly smooth.
Yeah, and the rolly some were like 15 frames and then others were like as cuz the rolly guys were like the smoothest part of the game
Yeah,
for
it
me.
was super weird. The port's pretty jank. Like it works, but it's definitely not great.
If this game didn't allow you to climb up walls just by holding forward, I probably would have spent twice as long on it.
Oh, except when it doesn't, where you try to climb
Hey.
up and you just fall down.
Yeah, it's not consistent, but it helps a lot when it does work.
Or when you're trying to get close to,
in a couple pieces.
dude, you're trying to get close to a wall to climb up, and it keeps knocking you back because for some reason you're going too fast, even though you're an inch away from it.
Yeah.
Fucking. Sometimes the controls were just frustrating as fuck.
The worst noise is when someone's close to you and you hear beep 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 beep.
Oh
beep,
yeah,
beep,
that they're too big, dude.
Yeah, because it's like,
Why?
A, I'm never going to get hit by this thing. I've dodged it 1,000 times. And B, all the shit that I need is right next to it. So stop giving me the beeps.
And it doesn't even matter if it hits you.
Yeah.
You lose like nothing. In the grand scheme of shit. It's like, oh, -1 millimeter. It's like as soon as you roll over one thing, you'll gain like 3.
I had some issues with some things' size. Like there was regular people, right? And then like the guys with the ridiculous hair, like the black hair that goes
Yeah.
15 feet in front of them. Like those guys are fine, right? I thought they were funny, but there's these guys that like spin another dude around, and they're like fucking Godzilla size. It's like
Oh yeah.
why is this person here? Like for what reason?
That's one of those weird obscure Japanese jokes because that's from an anime.
Uh,
Same with the guys with long hair and the cars with the tailpipes that stick
Yeah.
away. Yeah, that's like a Japanese cultural thing. Like,
awesome.
all that shit makes no sense unless you're fucking obsessed with Japanese culture.
So if you're obsessed with Japanese culture, this game's for you.
I mean, even then, you'd still, honestly, to the point where you'd probably have to know and speak the language. Like, even if you, like, just watching a shit ton of anime isn't gonna let you in on.
Yeah, because it's not even like anime shit. It's like straight up like Japanese, like the cars, like I forget what they're called, Bozoku cars or something. It's like this whole like they make obnoxious cars. It's like it's a whole Japanese thing, but it's like no one from America, like the normal person, isn't gonna know what the fuck. Like they don't get that joke.
Yeah, it's pretty much all that stuff is for Japanese natives.
Yeah,
And, small gripe, but like on the side, once you become a certain like circumference or diameter, like it tells you like you're X amount of these things. And at one point, I was picking up skyscrapers, and they're like, "You're the size of 3 cars." It's like I got 6 cars halfway up. What do you mean I'm the size of 3 cars? Like, where are you getting these?
I feel like shit scales weird too because sometimes like you'll pick something up and you gain like a ton, but then when you're picking like up buildings, like your meter's only going up slightly. It's weird how
Yeah.
they scale it. Like I didn't really get that, but I guess I don't know. It makes sense. You don't just become the size of the Earth in 3 seconds.
Picking up shit like ladders and cranes and all of that shit makes it jut out so far, so it fucks up your rolling, and that really pissed me off.
Like you pick up like a bridge or something, and it's just like you're like pole vaulting with the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because it self corrects after a while, but I'm not sure if it's due to you picking up more stuff or if it just goes to the center.
Yeah, like it
I could
slowly
never
like
tell.
absorbs. Because sometimes it stays for a while.
I ended up loving the Japanese family. I thought they were sick.
I mean, it's funny. It's like some weird Adult Swim shit. I don't know. It's weird.
It
It
is
had a charm to it.
it is weird.
I mean, the whole game has charm.
The whole time I was
Fucking out the
playing it,
wazoo.
I was just like, imagine if this was like real. Like there's a little alien who started out like an ant with a ball, dude, and the next day he's just fucking rolling over your house, and he's still the size of an ant, but he's pushing this huge ass ball. I'm like, this is such an absurd concept.
What are those beetles that fucking roll around? Are they dung beetles where they roll
Oh,
around
yeah.
fucking
Or
balls of shit?
scarabs. Either or.
Because those are in
Either
the
way.
game too.
Really?
You didn't see those?
I saw a whole bunch of shit, dude. I
Yeah,
can't
they were the
remember
first few
everything.
stars.
Yeah, it's in the
There
beginning,
was.
but yeah, there's like dung beetles, and it's funny because you're just basically a fucking dung beetle.
The power trip I was having of this game was insane, dude. Because I was thinking like as soon as like somebody's in the ball, they're fucking dead. They're not dead. They're squirming around, but they're stuck in that ball. So like,
Well,
I
they're
will-
gonna die. The fucking king blows them up, dude.
yeah.
Fucking rainbows them up and turns them into a star.
But I was like, I was like, fuck you, cop! Stop shooting at me! You know? Oh, you're gone. Oh! This building, they're making noise, dude. They're doing some. Oh, they're gone. You know? I don't know. It made me really like. It's a power fantasy for some reason.
It is weird that no one gives a fuck but the police.
Yeah. They're
Also,
like-
the most annoying gun, dude. Sometimes you'll be getting shot and you're so big you can't even see it, dude, and it just keeps bang, 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 bang. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up with these sound effects.
yeah.
Yeah, that gunshot sound effect was it was such a poor choice. It's really great.
But rolling up the
You're-
cat or the dog, dude, hilarious sound.
Oh my, that was the funniest shit, dude. I'm like, eventually I'm gonna get this cat, dude, and I did. I got the cat.
Oh,
And they go,
dude, some of the human sound effects are fucking hilarious. The grunts or the yells they do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a very weird game, dude.
they pick some they pick some silly countries to put you in, even though they're all the same. It's like you been to the Philippines, you been to Russia, you been to Spain, but like there's not like you only go to like 4 countries and then you roll up the whole earth.
I wonder. I didn't look, but I wonder what countries you actually can like. They had to admit some countries from that list.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like, is Tibet here? Let's figure it out.
And I bet there's like I wonder if it's Cambodia or Myanmar. Like I wonder like what's changed, like, or which ones they actually recognize as real countries.
Yeah.
Be interesting to look at.
Wasn't there like a soccer simulator that got banned in China because it recognized Tibet or some
Yeah,
shit?
there was something like that. But China shit. How it be?
But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I felt like a force of fucking nature, dude. It's like, regardless of race, religion, country of origin, you were all getting rolled the fuck over, dude.
The question is, did Brad like the music?
Yeah, no, overall, aside from the opening Namco thing, I liked all the music. No. Dude, that shit was...
I liked it. I don't know. There was like a couple shitty songs, but overall there was just like these are some like sick, weird, jazzy. I don't know. It was good music.
Ooh, there was this one acoustic one and one that was an electronic sounding with some jazz in it. I'll have to look up the names.
It was definitely like a weird OST, but it was sick. I liked it a lot. It was honestly the only thing. It was the only thing that really kept it. Like, if the game had shit music, it would be pretty fucking bad, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
I liked most of the music, but the music with the bells and the beeps I couldn't do.
Because I'm not gonna lie, most of the time I'm excited to hear a new song more than I am to play the fucking next level.
Yeah, it was the game was just, for me, it was just boring. I know it's supposed to be a relaxing game. Like, it's not designed to be challenging by any means.
I didn't even find it really relaxing either. I was like, it was kind of like, it was, because it's not long enough to really become frustrating, but it also just like, it really didn't hold my attention at all.
No, it was just like the biggest, or not the biggest, the one greatest tech you have is the super dash going up down opposite, and
I never even did that.
That was it. That was it.
And it's
like
to
do it once.
After the first 2 levels, that's the game.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really introduce anything new besides get bigger.
Well, I wanted like, this is gonna sound fucked up, but I wanted like stereotypical shit. I wanted to go to France and be like just only picking up food and picking up like the Eiffel Tower and shit. And I wanted to go to like USA and see fat people and picking up like Walmarts and superstores, and like I wanted it to be like that, Also, I wanted to go to a different planet because again, I thought the game was much bigger than it was.
I bet like the later Katamaris probably do some of that stuff, but it'd be cool if there was like, oh, this ball does different shit, or it works like like just ways to mix up the gameplay.
Yeah.
Maybe add like an actual threat of failure other than the timer, like have the police shooting you actually do something.
Yeah, if the police shot me and like stuff fell out, it wouldn't make them better, but it would like at least make them something aside from an annoyance.
Yeah. It definitely could have been better.
Well, it is the first in the series, so
that's true.
It's from what, like before 2010?
Yeah,
like 2005.
Yeah, like PS2 era. I could see why someone would like love the game, because it is like, I don't know, it's charming. It's got reasons why you would love it for sure.
I mean, King of the Cosmos is one by himself.
That guy's
Like
great.
they gave him a lot of character.
You
Yeah,
have to when you make a weird ass game where you roll a ball.
This is true.
Yeah, all of the written characters I enjoyed. I enjoyed their little speeches. I liked the King of the Cosmos a lot. I want like I want this game, but better in every aspect, like new generation Katamari, kind of like what Earth Defense Force did,
Yeah.
where it just like ups the scale. I want like an Earth Defense Force Katamari Damacy.
Oh yeah.
Because the game is like really fucking. It's one thing. You're doing one thing in one level for 6 hours, 4 hours, however long it takes you. The game wasn't good enough for me to want to go and like 100% it, because I didn't go back and get all the stars.
I think the game wants you to 100% it to get get the actual ending, because you remember those scenes after you get like the constellations.
Yeah.
It shows the daughter. It's like I feel the cosmos around me or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
and one time I got an actual cutscene because I think I completed, like, fully completed one of those levels to like what they wanted. I bet there is like a true ending. I would assume.
oh yeah, it seems to be a waste of making those cutscenes just to have them for nothing.
There's also there's like end game content with the eternal levels, but those are literally just like get as big as you can with infinite time. So it's not really end game shit.
It's like a sandbox.
And honestly, I don't even know how I could get bigger than I did in the last level, unless they add more shit, but
Yeah, I got huge. There was nothing I couldn't pick up. I was just rolling. That's another thing. Like when you do get that big, I'm kind of glad that the timer was like it was short enough to where you didn't get that big every time, cuz like once you get that big, you're just rolling. Like, and they have to then you're fighting like tornadoes and clouds.
and that shit respawns too on that level. It just like keeps coming back. So I don't think you can actually roll everything up in theory. Which is kind of lame, but I get it.
I give it a 3.
Out of what?
5.
I thought you loved it.
I loved it because I did a lot of gaming, and this was a gentle reprieve.
But 3's not love.
3. What do you want? A 3.5? Like you can love a 3.
3's I'm taking you to Denny's. That's not.
You can take someone you love to Denny's.
That's not love.
That's just
I said
average,
get
dude.
something nice, not something expensive.
Denny's isn't nice.
What's
dude.
nice
Come
about
on.
Denny's?
The
meal for when you're
hours, they're
hungry.
open forever.
So's
That doesn't
Aside from
McDonald's.
that, nothing.
So was Walmart. Is Walmart nice?
Depends on what you're getting.
No, fuck out of here, dude. Denny's.
What do you give it?
Me? That's a good question. I don't know. A 2. I really didn't like it, which is weird because I don't know if it was my mood or I feel like if I was in a different mood when I played it, I would enjoy it more. But the whole time, like, it was just very
It was a fairly game. I'll give you that 100%.
I feel like I watched G4 10 years ago. I'm like, this looks sick, and then I played it now. I'm like, this isn't as sick as it was when I was 14. In my
that's
head.
exactly one for one what I did.
Because I think
I'm like, oh, I've never played this. I want to play this now.
Because I like vaguely remember the X play. I'm like, oh, this is sick, dude. It's a weird Japanese game. Plus, I think as like, I don't know, weird Japanese games have become way more standard in the West. Like, there's just so much weird Japanese shit you could play. Like, Yakuza's a weird Japanese game, you know?
Yeah.
Yakuza shits on Katamari. I know you can't really compare the two, but...
Well, that's another thing. This game isn't really comparable, aside from, like, Earth Defense Force, because no game is, like, has this, like, vibe, you know?
Actually, there is one game similar. Instead of, it's basically, it was for the N64. You're basically playing as a demolition crew. You can get like into robot mechs, bulldozers, and you have to just take down buildings.
I think that
Not
game
the
was
same
made by
throwing them up.
Rockstar.
Uh,
I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Can't wait
the
for
name
that game of the month.
the name escapes me, but I feel like that's another one you can compare Katamari to.
It's just one of those weird games, like, you know, what's that game called? Dojin the Giant or whatever. It's that weird Japanese GameCube game. You're like this yellow guy. Shit's weird. Also, Cubivore. This game's like its own Cubivore.
Oh, it's Blast
Basically,
Corps.
yeah.
Let's get.
Blast Corps.
Except for Cubivore is a goddamn slog, and this game
No,
has
no,
the
no, no,
decency
no.
to be short.
This is a 4-hour slog.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's short, but it's still like, it's like every time you click the level, you're like, here we go, dude. Here's a timer that I'm forced to stay in this level, even though I beat it.
Oh, I forgot that, dude. Why does it beep at 30 seconds every
Meep.
second?
Meep.
Why? It's not necessary.
It's like they made it intentionally annoying in like a bunch of places.
Mm-hmm. What do you give the game, Brad?
I'm going up to
The,
2.5. 2.5 for me. But go, Brad.
Yeah, with the consideration that this, I did not like the gameplay at all, and it was a slog to play through. Like, it's a 2.5 for me. Because I can't really call the gameplay bad, per se. Like, looking at it when it was released, and the fact that it's just a quirky game.
It's better than Recore. Like, I think this game it's just better than Recore in every way.
I would be hard pressed to find a game that you don't like more than Recore, dude. Like
Werewolf, I mean, they're both of them are shitting on each other for worst game simultaneously.
But Werewolf again had the decency to be short. Recore was not short.
Recore's not long though. It's pretty short.
It's long enough to be abrasive.
Yeah, it's offensive.
Yeah. What's your game?
Katamari, dude.
The next one?
No, I'm kidding. My game, okay. So the first game I was gonna pick, but we ran into some challenges. This is not the game.
Okay.
But it was gonna be Triangle Strategy.
Ah,
But
dude.
but
I
know, I
the
looked-
logistics for that.
yeah, because while I was looking at the emulator, and it's like it is fully playable on the Switch emulator, there's just like too many graphical glitches, and it crashes, and it's just like I feel like this will make it less enjoyable.
Well, yeah, you
Never
don't want to
heard
lose
of that.
if there's a long ass map and you're an hour in, you do not want it to crash on you.
Yeah, it would just be too. It wouldn't be. I feel like it would ruin the experience. So I had to table that, and I dug for days, and then one day it came to me, like a sun-lit god over the
Okay.
hills, dude, over Pumpkin
Send
Hill,
it from
dude,
the heaven.
and it shined down, and the console no one gives a fuck about, dude. It rose from the dirt,
Okay.
and the disc slid out of the disc tray, dude, and it stood up, and that's Nirvana, dude. And
Like the band?
Nah, remember Brad's story?
Oh yeah. Nirvana,
Dude,
What is the fucking game?
The game, dude.
It's not over, dude. It's when it came down, it was so miraculous.
All right, that's the
Golden
podcast.
No,
game.
dude, the game
Arch-
is XCX, dude. Xenoblade
X?
Chronicles X on the Wii U.
Oh shit, son. Let's go.
The one Xenoblade me and Brad haven't played, which thus Frank has to play.
Yep.
This is an amazing choice.
Exactly.
Don't worry, I played 20 minutes of the first game, so I'm all caught up.
Oh, this one's
They're
completely different.
detached.
Oh, nice.
This
It's
one,
more like Xenogears, if anything.
and it also has a silent protagonist that you make. It's more like a Western RPG. You have to make your character and shit.
Yeah, it's way more free roam, from what I know.
I'm pumped.
And that That's the game, dude.
I'm sure we'll run into no challenges whatsoever.
Listen, dude, I have this all set up. I've been for hours prepping, making sure I have all the enhancements for the emulator, dude.
Enhancements? Oh,
60 FPS patch, graphic upgrades, dude. It's perfect, dude. It runs flawlessly. No way this emulator will fuck us in any way, dude. And a over 50-hour RPG. There's nothing that could go wrong.
Nah, dude. Dolphin's good. Dolphin
it's
is
not Dolphin. That's the problem.
It's not even Dolphin. What is it, Yuzu?
Back one, Simu. We're fine, though.
Wait, I'm an idiot. It's a Wii U game.
I do not know how to troubleshoot Simu
It's
at
okay,
all.
dude. I've been digging in the hills, the sun, dude. It's going to work out.
What about our peripherals? What controllers work with it?
You can just use like a PS4 if you want.
Does Better Joy work on it?
I mean, it should. I didn't test that, but it should.
All right. Well, if not, I got old trusty old ass fucking, what do you call it? 360.
It's gonna be a good time, dude.
I'm excited. I'm pumped.
And that's gonna be a fire podcast because we'll have a lot to talk about. Unlike the game where you roll around a dung ball.
You wanted a quick one. The fuck?
I mean, it was the second game of the month technically. So
true, and it was quick. So you know what? It worked out. But now we're back on that long shit, dude.
All right.
We need to reset.
I'm pumped.
He's pumped, people. He's fucking pumped.
Any closing statements on Katamari Damacy?
Don't play it. Goodbye.